Gabe Gross out there in right field. Got a chance to put a few games together last night. Had a 3-hit night. Was on base 4 times. And Christian Guzman, the switch hitting shortstop, prepares to step in against the Rays right-hander Matt Garza. First appearance for Garza against the Washington Nationals. We're all set to go. And the first pitch of this game is a bit high. Fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Guzman is 6th in the National League in hitting at .327. And this Washington club with some power and the ability to score some runs up and down the lineup. Missed on that pitch. It's 2-0.
Dwayne, they also work the count. Their on-base percentage is 3rd in the National League at .347.
Yeah, the Rays lead the American League in walks, and the Nationals lead the National League in walks. And it's a 3-0 count to Guzman. Danny Acta, the manager of the Nationals in his 3rd season. That's a strike. 3-1. Fastball, he threw it by him.
Yeah, I think I ought to just try that again. 96 and up above the hands. No fooling around. Although Guzman is a good hitter, but hey, no walks. Give me into that, somebody.
And a liner into center field for a base hit. Upton comes in to make the pickup. Big turn by Guzman, and he hangs at first with a single.
Yano Navarro sets up inside, and this pitch is just out over the plate. He missed his location. He's trying to go up above his hands, and he missed down and away, and you can see Guzman just slaps it into left center. It's missed location by about 10 inches right there.
Man aboard. Garza coming off the outing Sunday in New York against the Yankees, in which he worked 5 innings. And Johnson takes a pitch wide. Johnson hitting .316. He'll work the count.
Yes, he will. On base percentage is .420.
Johnson's done a lot of his hitting this year against left-handed pitchers. His number is very good against lefties, up over .360. .316 overall. 2-1 now. Garza here to the first couple hitters still appears to be trying to establish his rhythm out there.
Yeah, they're trying to be too fine. I mean, they're a good hitting team, but you just got to pound the zone. He's got too good of stuff to be pitching behind.
The liner into right for a base hit. Guzman stops at second. Johnson aboard. Then it's first and second, nobody out.
Well, that's what happens with good hitters. You get behind the count, you give him fastballs. He's trying to go away on this. That ball's just up, belt high. You're right. Look at this. That's just on a tee for him right there. Away is fine, but you got to get it down and get that ground ball. So Matt's going to regroup, gather himself behind the mound, and start all over again.
And now he'll face Ryan Zimmerman.
Yeah, they're all-star probably. Although Guzman's making a bid too, the way he's swinging.
He is. And the guy behind Zimmerman, Adam Dunn, is among the top hitters in the National League in home runs and runs batted in. So this lineup is not a soft touch by any stretch. First pitch is a strike, a fastball.
And everything else works off of that. That's what Matt's looking for right there. Now you can go to work a little bit.
Foul with the seats back at first. 2. The heads up in there. Zimmerman here already.
Boy, Zimmerman's hitting .347 against right-handed pitching, and historically he hits anywhere from .250 to .260 against righties. Much better, well over 300 against lefties. This year he's down around .240 against lefties, and 100 points more versus righties, which means he's going the other way.
Tap foul. Out front of the breaking pitch, and the count is still 2 strikes.
In his career, right-hander's .275, left-hander's .319. 50 home runs against righties.
2 strikes the count. Down and away. Slider again, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zimmerman second on the Nationals and runs batted in with 40. Inside, 2-2. Couple of base hits, nobody out. On deck, big Adam Dunn, he'll serve as the designated hitter. He got him. Strike 3. Got him looking at a fastball. That's a big out, number 1 for Garza with 2 men on to get Zimmerman.
Yeah, that's huge right there. The guy Zimmerman looking for a breaking ball. That had a little tail to it also on the inside corner. Zimmerman looked like he was looking for a breaking ball to go the other way. He got a fastball in the corner.
1 away. And in steps Dunn, 5th in the National League with 17 home runs, 6th in runs batted in with 44. And a breaking ball to start him. Strike 1.
I thought it was interesting. Evan Longoria, after that strikeout, went over to talk to Garza, and he played with him at the WBC, and maybe he found a little something out about Adam Dunn and just reminded Garza. See a first pitch curveball.
Foul back, fastball. So a breaking ball and a fastball to get him to 0-2.
Attaway, Joe West.
Yep. The blue cowboy, Joe West, calling the balls and strikes.
He's a beauty, isn't he?
He's something of a renaissance man among umpires.
Yes, he is.
He's played at the Grand Ole Opry. He's a member of the Celebrity Players Golf Tour. His own CD. 2-2, and a liner into center, softly hit for a base hit. Guzman's going to score, and the Nationals take a 1-0 lead. Breaking ball, I think a slider, and Dunn just sort of guided it into center field, driving in his 45th run.
Yeah, so far Matt's just missing location. This is just up. Look at this ball up over the plate. And contact mode right there. Slaps it into center field. Not a good 0-2 put away pitch.
So a run home. And here's Elijah Dukes. See, he's hitting .253 with 6 home runs. is too high. Ball, no strikes here to Dukes. Dukes spent some time on the disabled list with hamstring issues. Count is 1-1. Knee's something of a chronic situation with him, but as you know, he is very strong and has a lot of ability. He shoots it toward the gap into left center field. That's going to be in there. Extra bases for Dukes. 2 runs will score, and Dukes will stop at second with the double. Johnson and Dunn score, and it's 3-0 here as the Nationals break out in front.
Yeah, this is a fastball in. He tried to go in after Dukes waves at a slider. I'm not real sure why you're trying to go in there, because he looked terrible on that slider. Put one right in his wheelhouse, and he drills it in the gap in left center field.
So Washington puts up 3. They have 4 hits. 4 of the first 5 hitters have done exactly that. Hit. 3 singles and a double.
You know, when you don't have your command early, I mean, stay in one spot. I mean, throw a couple sliders out there. You don't have to throw a curve to one pitch, a slider the next pitch, a fastball away, fastball in. You got to cultivate your stuff. If you got one pitch you got to feel for, stay with it, especially when they swing and miss at it. You don't have to throw your whole arsenal to every hitter, especially early in the game.
So Dukes at second for Josh Willingham. He's hitting .254. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Willingham 2 for 29 with men in scoring position on the year. He's had 9 home runs. He has 12 runs batted in.
I'd say that's a lot of solo shots.
A strike on the inner part of the plate. It's a 1-1 count.
Maybe men on base bother him, distract him or something.
Apparently.
Maybe he likes the windup. He hits better from the windup.
Fly ball up the right side. It's headed toward foul territory. A long run, and Gross cannot get there. Braces himself on the low wall. He gave it a great shot. That ball out of his reach. And the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, that was a long run for Gabe Gross. Took a little peek at the wall. He wasn't going to get to it anyway, but a heck of an effort.
Down on the slider to take the count to 2-2. Yeah, you're right about Willingham. All of his home runs have been solo home runs, as you might guess, with 9 homers and 12 runs batted in. Inside, the count runs full. And from the beginning, Garza just has not seemed the same out there.
No, he's really fighting his command. Nothing wrong with the stuff. He just doesn't have command of it. Velocity's good.
And a wave and a miss. Willingham is out on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning.
Goes with a slider right there. That's a good one. That one was down at least. Started at the knees and dropped out of the zone.
Now it's Willie Harris. It's in center field, hitting .250 for the year. Breaking ball is low, 1 ball, no strikes. Ball missed up and away, 2-0. Well, it's a 30-pitch inning right now for Matt Garza here in the first. He's behind Harris. 3 balls, no strikes. Catcher Josh Bard is on deck. Three and 0. That's taken for a strike. And the pitch. That's a strike. So it's full now. Third 3-2 count Garza has run in this inning. Pitch. Chopper to first, backed up by Pena. Garza covers, Harris is out, and that retires the side. The Nationals score 3 runs on 4 hits and leave a man. Bottom of the first coming, Washington 3, Rays coming in to hit. Upton's going to lead it off, followed by Carl Crawford and Evan Longoria, Carlos Pena, Ben Zobrist, and then Pat Burrell back in there as the DH. Gabe Gross, Deanna Navarro, and Reed Brignac.
Right-hander Craig Stammen, 25-year-old, was a 2005 number 12 draft pick out of University of Dayton. He's had 4 starts in the big leagues. ERA pushing 6.5. 267 batting average against, 22 to 3rd innings so far in the big leagues. Command has been the issue. He's got a pretty good fastball. Good curveball.
Here's B.J. Upton to lead it off for the Rays. And the first pitch is upstairs. A ball, no strikes. The Nationals have been trying to stabilize their pitching, and it's been a little better lately. And they're doing it with a lot of young arms. Stammen being one of them. A ball, 2 strikes.
This guy likes to throw the sinker, and that was one right there. 91 with some good sink to it. BJ swings over the top of it.
That's out of play. Last time out, he suffered the loss in a 7-0 decision against the Mets. He gave up 5 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. Pitch in on BJ, and he fouls it back. Stammen had been pitching at the AAA level in the International League when he got the call, pitching for Syracuse. Made 7 starts there with a 4-2 record and a 180 earned run average. 6:45 coming into this one, 0-2 and 4 starts. Foul, out of play.
Battle by BJ. You've seen a couple of curveballs that he's fouled out. That was a 91 fastball. So far we've seen two different pitches from Stammen. BJ should have a pretty good read on those two.
Pitch is down.
Now we've seen the changeup.
2-2. 8 pitches already in this at bat for B.J. Upton. And the count is full. So this, after falling behind, the count is 3-2. The next pitch will be the 10th of the at bat.
Well, BJ's seen everything he throws. He's seen the 2-seamer, the curveball, and the changeup. That's a good at bat.
And a swing and a miss. Upton out on strikes.
Yeah, that was
fastball down, got it.
Yeah, that was ball 4 right there. It's his sinker, 2-seamer. That's what he likes to throw, a little movement. And BJ chased it.
One away for Carl Crawford. Takes it low. Well, BJ may have struck out, but the rest of the lineup right along with BJ got to see 10 pitches, and Carl has taken the first 2 out of the strike zone. They see that sinker that Upton struck out on, and Crawford took a sinker for the first pitch down.
Yeah, and he just took a change up there.
Strike call, picking up the edge. 2-1. Ground ball over the mound. Hernandez at second with the throw to first. Crawford is out of there. 2 up, 2 down.
Take a look at the defense for the Washington Nationals. In the outfield, Josh Willingham in left. Willie Harris in center field. Elijah Dukes plays right. Ryan Zimmerman at third. Christian Guzman at short. Anderson Hernandez, you just saw at second. Nick Johnson plays first, and Josh Bard behind the plate for Craig Stammen.
Base is empty for Evan Longoria. Takes the pitch inside. Evan at 307, 56 runs batted in, second now in that department. 14 home runs. Evan snapped a hit in the streak last night. Gone 0 for 19 when he hit the home run in the 5th inning. A 2-0 pitch out. Takes that for strike 2. Nationals have jumped to a 3-0 lead. Ground ball back to the hill. Stammen with the pickup and the toss to first in time. 1-2-3 go the Rays. On to the 2nd inning tonight from the Trop. 3-0 Washington. been the Nationals. Washington jumped to a 3-0 lead. They'll send Josh Bard, their catcher, to lead off the second against Matt Garza. Anderson Hernandez will hit second, and then Christian Guzman, the top of the order, third. And a base hit stroked the other way on a fastball. So Bard is aboard. He came into the game hitting .230.
Take a look at the location. It's up. Everything's up tonight. That's belt high. It's away, but it's up. That's why he hit it in the air. He's got to get over that front leg better and drive them through the ball. I like the word you use. Get really engaged, because you don't feel the intensity like we saw against the Angels so far. Guys have come out a little bit flat. As I say, you can't take the Nationals for granted. You can't look at their record and say, "Oh, worst record in baseball. They've only won 16 games." And I just kind of sense subconsciously that's kind of the feeling coming out. And all of a sudden, boom, they got 3 runs on the board.
Hernandez, ground ball. Brignac, Zobrist one. The throw to first, not in time. Hernandez just beat the throw in. So Bard is forced at second. They get the lead man.
Anderson really can fly. He got down the line quickly. It's a nice turn, nice feed. He beats it by a half step. He's safe. It's a good call right there. He's there, and one more beat, the ball's in the painter's glove. Too late.
Guzman again. He started the game with a base hit. Worked the count to 3-2 and singled into center. A strike around the knees.
That's what he's got to do right there. There's a big difference between pitching at the knees and pitching at the belt.
But in 1-1. Garza has lost his last 2 decisions, one in Cleveland and one in Minnesota, and had the no decision against the Yankees. So he's gone 4 starts without a win. He had a no decision against Oakland on the 21st of May after a win over Cleveland on May the 16th. The 1-2 runner takes off, pitch inside, and the throw, a good one, and he is out at second base. Boy, Navarro made a couple good throws last night, and he made a good throw right there to get Hernandez.
Yeah, he sure did. Nice quick release. He got squared up really nice. Had some momentum going through the ball. Good finish. Throws a strike down there to Brignac, and there's that pop-up slide, and I've been talking about it for 3 days. You didn't even get to the bag and he already popped up. You make it so much easier. Keep popping up like that. You'll slow yourself down when you do that.
It's encouraging to see Navarro throw this well.
Yeah, it sure is.
Movement outside as Guzman takes ball 3. Now the count is full.
And the Nationals don't run much. I mean, Anderson Hernandez has speed, but they don't run at all. I mean, they got 19 stolen bases as a team.
A pop-up, foul ball straight back, and it's going to be out of play into the upper deck. Yeah, you could sense. I think Manny Acton knows that Garza still hasn't settled in the way he can, and they're just trying to take advantage of him right there.
Absolutely. That's right.
Navarro came up with a good throw. Another 3-2 pitch to Guzman, and he lost him. He walks him on a breaking ball, 3-2.
First baseman,
Nick Johnson's going to be the hitter. Garza is trying to battle his way through the second inning, thinking maybe if he gets these first 2 innings out of the way, then he can settle in.
And you can. The good pitchers do that. I mean, they don't always come out of the chute, out of the bullpen, onto the mound, and have their stuff. It takes a while to cultivate it.
He misses with a pitch in to Nick Johnson.
Joe West is always pretty tight. He's not going to give you a whole lot back there. He's going to call it pretty square. Not going to open up his zone for anybody.
Pitch outside. So it's a 2-0 count.
Here's where you got to pitch. That's a good pitch. We're talking about down at the knees. That's a big difference. Look at that. Right there at the knees versus belt high. Nick Johnson can't do anything with that, so he takes it.
And he's jammed on this one. Lets the fly ball into right off the fastball. Gross fakes the catch. So that retires the side. They do not score. They lose a runner on this fine throw by Navarro. Bottom of the second coming. 3-0 Washington.
$10 a game, and there may be a reason behind that, because 2 games ago Scott Kersey took out the lineup card for the second game of the 3-game series against the Angels. He has brought the lineup card out now for 3 consecutive games. Coach Kersey, as Joe Madden likes to call him, maybe the good luck charm right now with the lineup card, guys.
Well, he's got a pretty good offensive run going. I mean, he's not an offensive guy. I mean, he's really a friendly guy. He's one of the best, but the Rays like what happens to their offense when he runs that lineup card out there.
I think he's giving Steve Henderson a little help there, a little advice. I think he said, have Carlos bunt here.
Carlos takes the pitch for a strike with his shift on.
Zimmerman's playing way up the middle. Look where Zimmerman is. He came sprinting. I don't know. He probably pull a muscle trying to field a bunt. He came sprinting when Carlos squared around as if he would have had a chance.
Ground ball headed toward the middle. Backhanded there by Guzman, and the throw is in time. Johnson had to reach toward the home plate side of the bag. And the fans think that Johnson left the bag too soon, and so does Joe Madden.
Well, live it looked like it from up here, and watching the monitor also. Sure did. He was kind of nonchalant the way he called that, Paul Newert.
Paul Nart takes exception to Madden lodging his complaint here. Well, there were about 3 or 4 sections of fans who made that call opposite Paul Nart back at first base. They immediately came out of their seats.
Just live, I thought Joe had a pretty good argument. Let's take a look at the replay and see. This was kind of nonchalant the way the first base umpire called it. He's up in the air right there.
He's off the bag.
He didn't get the toe down. The toe is down in front of the bag from what I saw right there. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's off the bag right there. Does he get it back? No.
1-1 the count to Ben Zobrist. The strike call to Ben. 1-2.
Seeing from where the umpire was behind the bag, which is where they're supposed to be, he couldn't tell if Nick Johnson had the edge of the bag or not. He missed the call. Madden was right.
Count goes to 2-2.
I mean, don't get on the manager because he's out there fighting for a play that you missed. Don't take exception. Get in there and bust your tail and see the ball better than that. Crying out loud.
Now 3-2 to Zobrist. Ben draws the walk. So the Rays have a base runner. 1 on, 1 out in the second inning. That's going to get Pat Burrell to the plate.
Yeah, look at Joe's right. I mean, Joe's still steaming. He's right. That's a missed call right there.
You know, you see so often if a defender makes a play and a throw that wide, he gives an umpire a reason not to give him the call.
I mean, that's just, bust your tail. Don't get mad at a manager for fighting for his players, especially when you miss it. Here's the throw. This ball's in the air. Now watch Nick Johnson. His foot. It's off the bag right there. And here's where Paul is. Did he see it? Could he see that angle right there? I don't think so.
The strike to Pat. The count is 1-1. Burrell missed 29 games. The last time he was active for the Rays was on the 10th of May. He bounces this one foul, and he's a bit anxious to get back in there. He's hitting .250 with a homer and 17 runs batted in, and the bat started to come around a little bit right before that neck problem flared up. And it's a matter of personal and professional pride with Burrell. He's been a run producer. He came here to do that, and that's what he's intent on doing and getting back into the lineup.
Well, he's not a guy that you got to hit .320. You got him to hit 30 home runs and knock in 95 to 100. That's what he's done in his career, and that's what he's going to do. And I like the presence of him being back in the lineup. He's a strong veteran presence.
There's a long drive down the left field line. That's a foul ball, but that gives you the idea. Burrell, home run distance to spare, but foul.
You're exactly right. That's a ball in off the plate, and he tried to get inside, and boy, did he square it up. Nice short swing through the ball. And I was watching Ed Rapuano. He was locked in on that. I thought about getting on the umpires. Ed Rapuano saw it all the way. I watched him down the third baseline there. He was really locked in, and he called it foul immediately.
There was a fan about 20 feet into foul territory who was calling it fair. He's had a Rays jersey on. 2-2 the count now to Pat. Time called here. Just as Stammen was set to make the delivery time call. Well, they've got the bullseye target. That's in fair territory there. Runner takes off. The pitch is a ball, and the throw not in time. Stolen base by Zobrist. That's number 8 for Ben. He's 8 out of 10 in the steal department.
The running Rays right here. That's stolen base number 97 on the year. Ben taking a look back just in case Pearl puts it in play. Left hand just does get in there.
Bard has thrown out about 17-18% of the runners against him this year, and the Rays try to take advantage of that every opportunity. Full count to Pat Burrell now.
I just don't like it when anybody on the field down there takes things for granted. That's what I get worked up about.
And Burrell takes it a little bit wide, so a good at bat for Pat. Couple of walks here.
And I'm not just talking about the players in uniform.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all worked up tonight for some reason. I just,
notice that.
Maybe it's Rob Dibble being in the booth next to me or something. I don't know.
Oh, with him around, it's always good to be vigilant.
My former radio partner on XM.
Nice little visit with him before the game.
Yeah.
Down there doing the Nationals.
He's been pretty strong with his ball club, but he's getting on the players.
All right, runners first and second, one out. Here's Gabe Gross. There's Rob Dibble. He looks intense.
He's locked in. Well, he's on the pitchers because they've had a tough time, and here comes a little appearance to the mound. He is upset, Rob Dibble.
Manny Acta, the manager, makes this visit. 1-0 the count to Gross, and their pitching has been better lately. They come in last in the National League with an earned run average collectively of 5.33, but over the last week or so, the last time through their rotation, it's been better. Their starting pitchers for the last time and a half through the rotation has been a little over 280.
Well, they let their pitching coach go, and without getting into too much detail, apparently he had a pretty strong program that a lot of the guys were fighting, and there wasn't a whole lot of freedom as far as calling a game by the pitchers, calling their own game.
Gabe Gross, he fouls one, lifting it the other way out of play.
We had an interesting question Wednesday night about who calls the game. The manager, the catcher, the pitcher. It's the pitcher that ends up calling the game, the starting pitcher. The catcher makes his suggestions, but it's the pitcher who has to be convicted that that's a pitch he wants to throw. And I told you, as a manager for myself, I called maybe 7 or 8 pitches a game when I had a young 20-year-old Pudge Rodriguez. But your catchers call the game with the pitcher.
Pitch is down to Gross. Steve McCaddy has taken over as the pitching coach for Randy St. Clair for the Washington club.
And he's not calling pitches right there, but apparently there was not too much freedom as far as game calling. It was done pretty much from the bench. A lot of the pitchers were fighting that.
Foul back. It's out of play. Interesting to talk with pitchers, particularly. Both. I was going to say particularly if they've had a career and they're looking back, but even active guys. And the biggest complaint I hear from pitching coaches, the guy comes in, he may have given up a hit, and the pitching coach says, "Why did you throw him that pitch?"
Yeah,
it doesn't make any difference on what pitch you throw him as much as the execution of the pitch you threw.
That's right. It's not that Matt Garza, was throwing the wrong pitch so much. He was just getting the ball up.
And Gross is called out on strikes. A fastball in, got him looking. 2 gone here.
I mean, not every base hit is a mistake, but Matt threw some balls up, and then Matt's hit him. That's a strike. That's got the plate, and that's got plenty of height. And Gross Gig knew it. He knew it was strike 3.
2 outs with a couple men aboard. Deanna Navarro. Navarro, a couple of extra base hits last night in the game against the Angels. A double and a home run. takes a pitch upstairs. A breaking ball that stayed high. 1-0. Back of third. Zimmerman got a good jump on that ball, and it's out of play.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. Well, Leonardo Navarro had a good night last night. He threw out Sean Figgins in the first inning, and he had a real key double in last night's game. The score was 2-0, and then later in the game, for good measure, he hit another home run. So he's swinging the bat a little bit better, had some better at bats, and the more selective he is, the more he's going to hit. Because he'd been chasing some balls out of the zone and kind of getting over anxious, getting himself out. It's not that the pitchers are getting him out so much.
Foul ball back, takes it to 1-2. And I think the frustrating part about the first couple of months for Nabi is he'll get, even when he gets at, say, a 2-1 count, and so often he'll hit a pitch that's off the strike zone.
That's right.
2-1 and pop it up or hit a little ground ball to somebody the other way.
Yeah, and that's natural when you're hitting a $180. You want to get out of that and get over the 200 mark and get to the 250 mark, and so you kind of force the issue. You just got to kind of let it breathe, let it come to you, let the game come to you.
He takes a pitch right there, and a good take. It's 2-2.
Very good take, and a tough sinker right there. It's don't let your first 180 at bats affect your next 400. Because it's the middle of June, you're hitting 200. I've seen many guys, including Derek Jeter, by the way, a few years ago, was hitting a $190 and hitting 297.
2-2, and he fouls it. It's out of play.
That's good protection there because that had the plate. It might have been down, but it's close enough where you have to foul that off. The one before was out, didn't have the plate, and it was down, so you take it. That was good protection. But, Derek Jeter one year at a $190 into June. He ended up hitting 295 or 300. Rafi Palmeiro for me in '93 was hitting a $195 by the end of June. He hit 297 that year with 37 bombs.
2-2 and a liner up the left side, but it's going to be foul. He sliced a little foul down beyond the bullpen. But this is a good at bat for Navarro. You don't know whether he's going to come through or not here, but given what he did last night with a double and the home run and this at bat, these are all good signs for the honor.
Yeah, because he's not over swinging right now. He's just trying to stroke the ball to left field, get a base hit. They've been pitching him away. Let's see if 2-2 now. They've thrown out there 3 or 4 times. Let's see if they try to come in on him. Because he's been looking out over the plate and protecting it. Let's see what Josh Bard calls here.
2-2 pitch. And a line drive base hit into right field. Zobrist will be waved home. The throw by Dukes, and he safe at the plate. He got in under the tag. And now a throw to first, and they're going to get Navarro. But the Rays get a run. The Nationals are going to argue about it, but Zobrist got in under the tag. He really deked Bard at the plate, and the Rays will get a run. As the Nationals argue the call, it's 3-1 Washington. Rays down 3-1. They get a run. Let's take another look or two at the play at the plate.
Yeah, strong throw by Dukes. Josh Bart, watch where he tags Ben's over. He tags him up high. So Ben's in there. I mean, he didn't tag him low. He tagged him up high. Watch Ben get around the plate. It's a good call. That's a good call by Joe West. Take one more time. Ben's going to slide around, get the right foot in, and look where the tag is. He tags him up in the chest area.
And you got to give West a lot of credit there. It's a situation where you can almost make it an automatic call, and you see some that sometimes you think that's the case.
That's right.
And West stayed right with that play to make sure he got it right.
Well, and that's what I was talking about with the play at first base to start the inning.
Zimmerman taking a strike.
It's not automatic. Just stay with it, and if he comes off the bag, call him safe. If he stays on the bag, be sure of it, but don't get mad at the manager. And that was and Joe West was right on top of that. That's what I was saying about Joe earlier. Is Joe's not going to give you any help there. He's going to call it the right way. If you're off the outside corner, he's going to call it a ball.
A high fly ball hit deep down the right side, and that ball is a foul ball. Home run distance the opposite way by Zimmerman. That has Zimmerman looking back down toward the foul pole.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Paul Nort on this one was watching. I was watching him. He was locked in on it. He was watching it. Just this side of the foul pole.
Boy, that had severe slice on it.
It sure did. Yeah.
I think he got the call right as you saw it. You can see the ball in front of the foul pole out there,
which is the foul side.
That had some slice on it.
But getting back to Joe West for a minute, he's not going to help it. He's not going to help Garza. He's not going to help Stammen. He's not going to go on reputation. If it's off the plate, he's going to call it a ball. And just because that ball beat Ben Zobrist to home plate, he gave Ben credit for making the right slide, and Bard not putting Ben away, tagging him up high.
And a base hit right back through the middle. And Zimmerman is on. Leadoff single in the third.
Well, that's what Zimmerman was looking for in the first inning. That's why he's been hitting right-handers. He's been hitting those breaking balls the other way and up the middle. And look at him go down with the back leg and get through that slider, square it up and shoot it back through the middle. That's why he struck out looking on the fastball in the first inning, because he was looking breaking ball away. And this time he got one and shot it right back through the middle.
So a runner at first for Adam Dunn, serving as the designated hitter. Singled in a run and scored a run in the first. Pitch is down. Let's take a look at our Toyota trend, and kind of interesting with Pena and Dunn in this game. The highest percentages of hits that are home runs, Carlos 38 and Dunn 32%. In fact, for Carlos, over 63% of his hits are extra base hits. So a couple sluggers here. Carlos in here with 19 homers, and Dunn has 17. Two balls and a strike.
What they got Adam Dunn for right there. You're looking at those 17 home runs and 45 RBIs. They got him to hit his normal 40 home runs, and I'm sure he's going to do that.
Three and one. Get off the off-speed pitch, the changeup. Outside, the first two men are on. Well, it continues to be a bit of a struggle for Matt Garza. The Rays trailed by 2 here in the third, and the Nationals have put the first 2 men on base with Elijah Dukes coming to the plate.
Yeah, he doesn't have the alignment of his feet going and his finish going toward home plate. He's fallen off to the left side way too soon. And it's causing his arm to drop. And he's kind of pushing the ball. He's not getting over the front leg and driving it right through Navarro, like we've seen him do most of the year. He's been able to repeat his delivery both sides of the plate. Today, He's not.
And the pitch to Dukes. He takes a strike, a slider out there on the corner.
Take a look at Matt Garza. You like to see him just kind of finish with the upper half coming toward what you just saw, toward your screen at home. See him fall off. Yeah, see him fall off there to the left. I mean, just keep coming toward your target. You're going to fall off a little bit anyway. All pitchers do. A little bit. But take a look. Not bad landing the ball of a foot, but kind of stiff with the front leg and the upper body going, crossing over, going toward first base.
There's a strike. 1-2.
I mean, all pitchers fall off a little bit. You just don't want to do it too soon. You want to make sure you go right through your target before you fall off the left side. You're just doing it too soon. It's causing him to be flat and stuff.
Swing and a miss. Dukes missed the slider. Third strikeout for Garza. And the first out in the third, and it's a big one with the first two men reaching.
Yeah, it is. Big one. Slider right here. I mean, look, I even backed up on him because he got over it so much. Backed up on him. Fooled everybody, especially Dukes.
First pitch to Willingham is a strike call. Starts him with a fastball. Runs in a bit on him. 1-1.
Yeah, that's the same reason right there why it ran in, because he opened up too soon. Got to stay closed a little bit longer, a little bit tighter, more compact with the delivery.
Fly ball hit the other way into right. Gross is there to make the catch, and the runners will hold. So he's come back to get 2 outs here with the runners still at first and second. The Rays 10-game package has a nice ring to it. Buy 2 or more 10 packs and receive a replica 2008 American League Championship ring. And you select the games of your choice. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com to select your games and receive your replica ring. Willie Harris. She's high. 1 ball, no strikes. In there for a strike. 1-1. And the other way, slicing out of play. It's a 1-2 count.
Had him played right with the gloves. Once again, positioned correctly.
Yep. Charged work.
Love that when you bring the glove and one comes to you. Doesn't that make it worthwhile? Nice Friday night.
Ball is right with the world. Pulls this one foul down the right side. Who's the catching the knuckleball approach there? Pick it up when it stops rolling.
That's right. Got a lot of gloves out there.
Yeah, look at that.
Like that. Another one. Patiently waiting. Not in my ear, Mom. I'm concentrating on Garza right here.
The pitch is down. 2-2. Don't you love to see that?
I do. I think it's a blast.
I mean, it says a lot about attention span. I think it's great for youngsters. You know, that's one of the great things about this game. You come to a ball game, I think it'll help develop an attention span.
You bet. She's a lefty, too. Come on, Matt. Too many pitches now. Come on.
2-2 and a ground ball to second. Zobrist has it come up on him. Still time, and the throw to first in time on the stretch by Pena to retire the side. No runs. Couple men left. Bottom of the third coming. 3-1 Washington. Bottom of the third, down by a couple, 3-1. Reed Brignac will lead it off, followed by B.J. Upton, and then Carl Crawford. They're facing the right-hander Craig Stammen tonight. They got to him for a run in the second inning, driven in by Deanna Navarro on an evasive slide at the plate by Ben Zobrist. And here's Brignac.
Remember Max Paxton?
Yeah.
It's almost like, hey, point up, look up. Yeah. Let me slide underneath you. It was an evasive slide.
I want to know the count to Brignac. Reed had a couple hits last night, scored 2 runs. That after spending some time pregame with Joe Madden. Hits this one on the ground. And Hernandez at second makes the pickup. That's the first out here in the third. Let's check in with Todd Callis. He's got a special guest.
I do, Dwayne. During this All-Star time, there are All-Stars among us. It's a Major League Baseball campaign trying to find special fans around Major League Baseball. And we have Miles Marinello with us. And Miles is a very unique kid. He's now more than a kid, but when you were younger, you had a little autoimmune disease, and you've gotten through that, and now you've really given back, right, to the Children's Dream Fund and to All Children's Hospital. Tell us about some of the programs. As B.J. Upton sends one into right field for a base hit, tell us about what you've been working with on a volunteer basis.
Well, once I got out of the Dream Fund, and when I was still getting treatment, we did all sorts of fundraisers. We did cosmic bowling. We did a car wash. My mom has this fundraising auction event she holds every year. And then we did this thing with our orthodontist when he would match the, he would have to bring in candy, and he would match the amount of candy we brought in with, per dollar. And we got over a ton of candy
over a ton.
A year or two ago, yeah.
Wow.
So we just do whatever we can whenever we have the chance to do any kind of fundraising we can.
And you were 3 years at All Children's Hospital. How are you now?
I'm good. I'm at the top of my game. I'm doing really good. I was on the wrestling team last year.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I had to get out of that deal with school, but I'm doing really good now still. I'm in good shape, so.
BJ Upton steals second. I know the Rays are your team, right?
Yeah.
Last year was pretty special, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
Do a quick introduction of your family real quick, and then we'll send it back to Dwayne.
All right, this is my dad, Victor. That's my sister, Deanna. And down on the end, that's my mom, Lynette.
Guys, 3 participants from every Major League Baseball team are eligible for the Stars Among Us, so Miles is certainly a great candidate. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much. A great-looking family and a fine young man. There's the website, by the way. You can go to that, peopleallstars.com, and vote for Miles. That's peopleallstars.com. That's a great story, and I love that he's on the top of his game.
That's awesome, yeah.
That's a great attitude.
Man. I think his sister's getting a call that she was on TV. Just a guess from a friend.
There you go.
Yes, you are. Yeah. You're on TV. It's all good. We got you. There you go.
There. See, she owes that all to her brother now.
Very cool.
I hope he holds that over her now.
That's right. You owe me, sis.
1-2 the count to Crawford. Oh, he was hit by that pitch. Crawford hit. He'll take off down to first base. So the Rays trying to put an inning together with 1 out. Base hit, a steal, a hit batter, and it's going to get Evan Longoria to the plate. It's going to bring the pitching coach Steve McCanny out of the dugout.
A lot of teaching in the big leagues for the Washington Nationals with a lot of these young pitchers. How to pitch inside is what that talk is right there. It wasn't trying to hit Carl, obviously, but trying to go in on him, and we know how to do it effectively.
Reminder this week on Fox Saturday Baseball, interleague play returns. David Wright and the Mets invading the Bronx, taking on Mark Teixeira and the Yankees in a showdown between those bitter crosstown rivals with bragging rights on the line. Fox Saturday Baseball returns this week at 4 Eastern on Fox. Well, here's Evan Longoria. Speed on the bases for the Rays.
What you just saw was the catcher giving signs, and first and second double steal, and he might be giving a sign to try to get the trail runner. That's why he gave a sign. It's not automatic that you go to third.
The pitch is down to Longoria. Evans snapped an 0 for 19 in the 5th inning of last night's game. He had a 2-0 pitch out to center field. His 14th home run of the year. He's second right now in runs batted in with 56. Upton takes off. Crawford trails the throw into left field. Here comes Upton in to score. Crawford's going to go to third, and it's 3-2. The Rays on the double steal, and the errors steal a run. And they trail now by only 1. A steal of third by Upton, a steal of second by Crawford, and an error on the throw charged to Barnes.
And a tremendous jump by B.J. Upton. There was no chance for B.J. or Carl Crawford for Josh Bart. Wasn't given any help at all, so he rushed the throw and threw it into left field.
Well, Longoria fouls the pitch, and it's 1-2. So Upton with 2 steals around the bases has 20 on the year. Crawford has 36.
I think
ball misses.
Wayne, I think that gives the Rays with Ford in that gives them 100 for the season so far.
They have 3 in this inning and 4 in the game. They have 100 steals. They've been caught 18 times.
That's amazing. That really is. That's why the Rays are in the race still, really. I mean, because of the way they work the count and the speed.
Longoria chases this pitch. Off speed, had him out in front. That was a good pitch by the young right-hander, Stammen.
And wanting desperately to get the run batted in. Got a change up and expanded his own zone right there.
Two outs with a man still at third. Carlos Pena will be the hitter. Joe Madden out there with Joe West, and there must be a problem with the background. I think that's what they're discussing. Or at least the gesturing was out toward the Rays tank out there, and I think there were some flashes, maybe some flash photography going on out there.
I just saw another one. There sure was.
And I think that's the concern.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Gotcha. Here's Carlos Pena. Fouls it into the seats, back of third, strike one. Carlos grounded out to short his first time. Actually up the middle to the shortstop, and Guzman is on the first base side of second right now. Well, the whole left side is open with Zimmerman playing close to a normal third with Crawford, the runner, in third. To the count.
It's the best curveball that Stammen has thrown right there, that overhand curve. The other ones he's thrown have just kind of been lollipops. That was a good hammer right there. Down, straight over the top. That's a good one.
Rays with a run in the second, another run here in the third. The 0-2. Pena is out on strikes. Came back with another breaking ball to get him. The Rays settled for one. They leave one through three. 3-2 Washington. Three to two. Washington leading the Rays as we go to the fourth inning. Time for the Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. We'll be coming up right after this pitch. Josh Bard to lead off. The number 8 hitter in the Washington lineup, but a curveball is in there to start him. That's a strike. Aflac! That was our Aflac trivia question. How many multi-hit home run games does Carl Crawford have? Two strikes the count to Bard. Off speed right there. the left side. That's going to be out of play. Anderson Hernandez will be next. And a souvenir for that young man. His gloves continue to come in handy. You come to the game, you got a cap and a Rays shirt, you got to have your glove.
Absolutely. Sitting down the lines, you got a good chance to get a lot of baseballs too.
Just missed with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's ready. He's well fortified. Foul ball back. That last shot showing that chivalry is indeed not dead. He was there protecting those young ladies.
Very nice. While he's checking out some other ladies.
Yeah. He's not paying attention to the action on the field. He's just doing some scouting.
Yeah, advanced scouting.
2-2. Garza, through the first 3 innings, had made 68 pitches. 34 of those came in the first inning alone. And now he's 3-2 with Bard. Missed with a fastball. His current pitch count right now at 75, working to the first hitter here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, 75 and 44 strikes.
Ground ball, second base. And Zobrist is there. His throw to first. And they get Josh Bard for the first out. Be sure and visit RaysBaseball.com, and once you're there, you can enter the tobacco-free Florida Rays Junior Announcer promotion. Throughout the month of June, you can win Rays tickets and have your child serve as the Rays Junior Stadium announcer during a home game here at the Trop. Visit RaysBaseball.com for details. Anderson Hernandez shortens on the bat. That pitch was a little high. 1-0. Hernandez reached on a fielder's choice his first time and then was caught trying to steal. And strokes a base hit to the right of Brignac and into left. Well, the Rays have now been out hit 7-2. They trail 3-2. Look back around to the top of the order. Washington starting its 3rd time through the order now. 1 on, 1 out in the 4th inning. That's a little premature.
Yeah, it really is, because Matt's pushing toward 80 pitches now here in the 2nd. And last night was a big bullpen game. And with that pitch count, Matt has gone as high as 120 pitches.
Fly ball center field by Guzman. Upton is back there for it and makes the catch. Garza came in with the first pitch fastball to get the fly ball.
That helps.
2 gone. Well, Nick Johnson.
You know, Joe Madden will go deeper with Matt Garza. I mean, he trusts that he can go 116 to 120 pitches. He's done that twice. But that game at Yankee Stadium on the 7th of June, he came out after 5 innings after he got out of a tough inning. And he had 104 pitches, and Matt was not too happy that he came out of that game. But Joe didn't like the way that he had to battle through 5 innings. Had a lot of tough innings that he got through.
There's a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. You know, he had a couple extra days between starts in that one.
That's right.
And starting pitchers are creatures of habit with their between start routines. And I guess you change those sometimes at your own peril.
Definitely starting pitchers like routine. There's no question about that. One of the reasons James Shields was on his normal 5 days when he pitched the first game of the homestand here against the Angels. his rhythm. Sometimes you get too strong too. I mean, you don't pitch for 6 or 7 days, you don't get the rhythm, and you're actually a little bit too strong. Especially a power guy, and it's tougher to have his command.
Shields due to pitch here on Sunday, the afternoon game. Upstairs, 2-1. We'll have that game for you on Fox Sports Florida. Shields against Ross Detweiler. James will be after his 6th win of the year. Two and one. Foul ball back. It's 2-2. Runner at first, Hernandez. 30-year-old first baseman, Nick Johnson. Runner goes and stops, and a swing and a miss. Johnson is out on strikes on the breaking ball. That'll take care of Washington in the 4th. Home half of the inning coming. 3-2 Nationals. How many multi-home run games does Carl Crawford have? There is some relevance to that question. He has 4 for his career, including 1 against the Washington Nationals. That came in 2006 when the Rays met the Nationals up at RFK Stadium. He had 2 home runs. And Zobrist steps in to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Pitch is a little low, 1 ball to no strikes. You gotta love Joe West. You just have to love him. You know, the between innings entertainment lasted a little longer than it was supposed to. We were ready to start this inning, and something was going on over the PA and I guess the scoreboard. And Joe just turned around, stopped play for a minute, went out in front of the plate, looked around, looked right upstairs, and are you finished? Okay, let's play.
That's exactly right.
As to Johnson, and Zobrist is out of there.
He takes charge, Joe West.
30-plus years as a major league umpire. And he's serious about this. That's the great thing. You know, he's got a little fire in him and a little showmanship.
Yes, he does.
And the greatest thing about it is that he really cares about doing the job right. Burrow hits a ground ball to Zimmerman. So 2 ground ball outs here in the span of just 4 pitches. 2 outs with the bases empty. Now Gabe Gross. You see, he's got a running conversation going with Gross.
He probably asked Gabe, "You have a copy of my new CD?"
Yeah.
He's got a new one out again, you know.
Yeah.
I've had him on the radio show many times. He promotes his CD. We've become friends over the years.
Gabe, he said, "You went to Auburn?" He said, "You probably heard my records being played in the local station down there."
That's right.
Pitch is outside, 1-0. He did. He had that Blue Cowboys CD out a few years ago.
Yeah. He's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, he's as we mentioned earlier, he's played at the Grand Ole Opry, and
yes, he has.
He's set in with a number of bands. 2-0.
He played a joke on me and a lot of friends this winter. I got a book in December, and it said, "Everything I know about baseball," and it covered by Kevin Kennedy. And I opened it up, and it was blank. Every page. So naturally, I'm upset. I'm going, wait a minute. Somebody's pulling one. So he calls me like in January, about a month later. He goes, "You get my book?"
Yeah.
I said, "What book?" I said, "Would you write a book now, Joe?" He goes, "No, did you get my book I sent you over Christmas?" I said, "Oh, no. Was that you?" And he did that to a lot of his baseball friends.
Fly ball lifted into right field. Dukes is there and makes the catch a few steps from the track. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 5th. It's 3-2 Washington. Ryan Zimmerman set to lead off for Washington against the Rays right-hander Matt Garza. Matt peeking into that cap for a little inspiration. He's had the battle tonight. 84 pitches through 4. Touch for a 3-run first, and he's held them since then. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman takes it outside. It's been one of those nights when things haven't necessarily come as easily to Matt Garza as he would like. Really had to compete. Really always does that. There's a shot back into center field. Upton going back, still back near the track, and he makes the catch. Deep fly ball off the bat of Zimmerman, and that is out number 1.
Boy, BJ got a nice read, but does he make it look easy? He just glides the ball. I mean, he's running. He just has that natural super glide where it looks like he's doing it effortlessly, and he tracks it. Watch him take a peek right there. He knows where the wall is. That's the peak right there. He knows exactly how many strides before he hits the wall. Puts it away and then checks the wall out again. That's textbook right there.
Another big bat at Adam Dunn. Pitch is in there for a strike. Dunn singled in a run and scored a run in the first. Walked his last time up there. Pitch is down. 1-1.
The Nationals defensively are last in baseball in fielding percentage, and having Adam Dunn DH helps the defense.
Yeah, they're happy to get into everything on the road
they
for
are.
that reason.
That's certainly no disrespect, but he's a hitter. I mean, I could see Adam ending up after this 2-year contract in the American League DHing.
Big swing and a miss. Count is 2-2.
That's a good spot right there, up at his hands, and he ties him up right there. Nice pitch by Matt Garza. I've already seen Adam drop a ball in the center field on a curveball out of the plate. Kind of stood him up right there with a good fastball.
Pitch is high, full count. Well done. The Houston area. Signed to play quarterback at the University of Texas. He's from Caney, Texas, which is north of Houston, just down the road from Cut and Shoot, Texas. To the count. And he walks. So Dunn is on for the third consecutive time. Runner at first with one out. Live from Amway Arena, Sun Sports brings you post-game coverage of the NBA Finals. Join the team that's been with the Magic all season. David Steele, Matt Guokas, and Paul Kennedy provide you with live player interviews, post-game press conference, and in-depth analysis. Lakers versus Magic showdown presented by StopRepairBills.com. Sunday on Sun Sports, immediately following Game 5. There's Pat Williams. Such a big part of the Magic being in Orlando to begin with. He's enjoying Rays baseball here, interleague play tonight. One strike the count to Elijah Dukes. High foul, back and out of play.
I'll tell you one thing. I watched the last quarter last night. There's some intense games. The Lakers and the Magic. These whole playoffs have been pretty good. For some, a big basketball fan anyway.
Lays off a slider. Garza struck him out with a slider back in the third inning. Threw it there, and he took the pitch.
Now it was off the plate. That's what I seen about Joe West earlier. I mean, he'll give it to you if it's there, but he's not going to help you. If it's 3 inches off, he's not going to call it.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The Honor's doing a much better job blocking balls this whole homestand. He's getting both legs down. He's squaring up. He's blocked 3 or 4 balls tonight. Save that one from going to the backstop. And you know what that does, and we've talked about that all season, it's just going to give your pitchers more confidence that you can throw a 2-strike breaking ball down in the dirt.
Ground ball, third base. Longoria takes it to Zobrist. Over to Pena for the 5-4-3 double play to retire the side. We're headed into the bottom of the 5th inning here with a score 3-2 Washington. Here's an open field tackle right here. And that's a great recovery to finish second.
It was. That was a good tackle, too. Came right back.
It's a good time at Tropicana Field here tonight. Little pizza waiting for a souvenir. He's ready.
Take a bite in between pitches. Maybe another bite. One more. That's too good. He can't put that down. I'm going to have another one. Okay. All right, a third one. There we go.
That's one for good measure before the inning begins. Here's Deanna Navarro. And the pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Renyak next, and then Upton. With a strike. Ray's got a run in the second, another run in the third. Facing Greg Stammen out of University of Dayton. Ground ball third. Zimmerman has it. The throw to first in time. One away. Todd Callis. Where are you?
Where do you think, Dwayne? Friday night.
Oh, there you are.
TBT Party Deck.
Party Central.
Hey,
oh, boy.
Don't forget, Dwayne, a lot of these people are coming back tomorrow because it's the Hess Summer Concert Series, ludicrous post-game concert. A lot of these people are having a good time. It's a very attractive crowd up here this evening. And a lot of these people said, hey, this is a weekend where we're going to spend right here at Tropicana Field. So Friday night, place to be is a TBT Party Deck. Tomorrow, anywhere for the concert. Guys, back to you.
All right. 1 ball and no strikes. You can always count on Todd to find the best seat in the house.
Todd going to make about 3 appearances out there tonight.
Yes. Look at that.
He's not going to leave for a while.
Yeah, he's got a lot of support out there.
Yeah, that's the last report from Todd Callis tonight.
3 balls, no strikes.
We can't even get his attention. I think somebody does, though.
I know, but we should periodically check back with him. There's ball 4. Renyak draws a walk.
No, you know what Todd will say. I'm sorry, guys. My mic wasn't working. I don't know what happened.
That's it. Yep. Rays with a base runner. 1 out. Here's the top of the order, B.J. Upton. B.J. single. Swiped a couple bases and scored a run in the third. There's ball 1.
Well, B.J. set the tone for the game for the offense. He saw, 8 pitches, 9 pitches at first at bat. He saw everything that Stammen threw. 10. Thank you, Mike. Our producer. Just checking to see if our guys in the truck are listening.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Put it down. Hey, they've lost Todd. So
yeah, are we on our own? Are we on an island?
Just have us now. That's it.
Mike said we're on an island. Uh-oh. All the friends are calling now.
That's right.
They're all stars now.
You get Todd's number? That's the question.
BJ's got the count in his favor now. Yeah, he saw everything at first at bat. He saw curves, changeup, 2-seamers. He dropped the breaking ball into right field his last at bat in the third for a base hit.
That's a strike on the edge. 2-1. Have been out hit 7-2. They trail 3-2. Renyak with the lead and a throw to first. He's back in. The Rays have stolen 4 bases tonight. They have 100 steals on the year. You know, here's a clear-cut case, Kevin. You know, there was a general feeling through various approaches to this game that the stolen base was overrated. Pitch to BJ is down for ball 3. It's 3-1, but you know, if you use it the right way, and the Rays have, it's extremely valuable. And the Rays have hit 80 home runs this year, but they've also stolen 100 bases, and together that's translated into scoring more runs than anybody else in baseball.
Yeah,
there goes the runner. The pitch hit on the ground, comes up to Zimmerman at third. BJ is out on the scoop at first base by Johnson, and Brignac moves into second. Boy, Johnson had a difficult time coming up with that scoop, but did it.
It's a nice pick by Zimmerman. He kind of just flipped it over there to first base and throws wide. Johnson gets it in, and that time he did get his foot back to the bag on that.
You know, BJ
let up right there.
Something for granted right there.
Yeah, he let up a little bit. I think if he runs hard, I mean, Johnson had time to get back to the bag and touch the corner of the bag with the edge of his foot. That might have cost him.
Here's Carl Crawford. He pops it up back to third. Zimmerman's after it, and he lost it. That ball was playable, and as he approached the stands, he just lost it. I think he lost it in the lights that time.
Yeah, I think so. The fan that had the hands over the edge there got away from it from my vantage point live. Yeah, he overran it. He just lost it. You're right. The fan that was going for it, but yeah, Zimmerman lost it totally. I think he had a play though too.
Yeah, he did. The Rays get a break. 2 now, the count to Carl.
Change up right there, but you're right about the stolen base. Getting back to that, because I know there was a book that came out, and I don't need to mention the name, but I totally disagreed with it. And the person that wrote that, it said that stolen base is overrated. Obviously never played or managed, just went totally on stats. It's the threat of running that what it does to the opposition, not just the stolen base.
And Crawford out on strikes, reaching for the changeup. So Stammen, a good job for Washington. We're through 5, and it's 3-2 Washington over the Rays. (3-2). We go to the 6th. Washington leading. Every Sunday's Family Fun Day presented by the St. Petersburg Times. You get an outfield ticket, Pepsi product, and snacks starting at just $18. The Rays take on the Nationals Sunday, and the first 10,000 kids 14 and under receive that Deoner Navarro bobblehead. Visit RaysBaseball.com for more information. That's also Kids Sunday on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida, which means there's a lot of action going on. The pitch is fouled out of play by Josh Willingham. Camera crews will be in the stands. Todd Callis as well. He's on the look for the best sign, the most creative sign, showing support for the Rays on Sundays. And the youngster with the best sign will be seen live on TV during our telecast, all part of Kids Sunday on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. So that means you should put that poster board out with all your markers and your imagination and come up with the most creative sign you can think of in support of the Rays. We'll have that here at the ballpark on Sunday. We'd really like to keep Todd busy trying to figure out what's the best sign, so bring a lot of them this Sunday. We'd like to have his attention diverted to the signs as opposed to other things.
He needs to have that fine focus on the signs.
We may have lost him for the rest of this evening.
You know that.
1-2 the count to Willingham. Harris next, and then Bard.
Garza's got 100 pitches. This will be his last inning with Nelson up behind him. Hopefully he can get through it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nelson worked an inning last night, an inning and a third the night before. The 2-2. Foul back.
It's been a flat game. It's the intensity for the Rays has to raise. I mean, this kid all of a sudden is through 5 innings, stamina, and he has a 3-2 lead. And the Rays have had some chances, and they've been expanding their zone, which they don't do very often. And some of those strikeouts and chasing some pitches, they normally don't do that. Matt Garza has to keep the game here. Matt and if it's Joe Nelson coming in behind him this inning, fine, but they have to keep the game there. I think the intensity has to raise a little bit, the focus offensively. I mean, they scored 20 runs against the Angels, 2 best starters, and knocked both those guys out. Santana last night, and John Lackey tonight. It's the Nationals. You got to get up for that. That's why I say some of these teams, you kind of say, hey, you know what, we'll eventually do it. You got to get up for these guys.
Wave and a miss. Willingham's out on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for the Rays right-hander. First out in the 6th.
It's a good breaking ball right here. Matt gets this one down. And to Matt's credit, he's had to grind this game out. He did give up 3 in the first, but he's put up zeros. Not always easy, but he's put them up since.
4 of his 5 strikeouts have come on breaking pitches. A couple on the slider, a couple on the curveball. I think his first one was that fastball that got Zimmerman looking back in the first. Now here's a first pitch strike to Willie Harris.
Yeah, he drives that one right on the outside corner. Good alignment there. He's had better finish getting over the front leg in the last couple of innings too.
One and one the count.
That's something that Joe Madden mentioned too. He had mentioned that to see the club play with that great intensity, just like they did these last 3 days.
There's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, so you throw it there. Joe West will call it. Joe took a good look at it, so that's there. Good fastball in. Willie Harris, and when Hernandez comes up next time, these guys are divers. They're looking for the ball out over the plate. You got to stand them up once in a while. He's got his head out over the plate right here, over the outside corner.
And he missed away with a fastball. Close, and the count is 2-2.
Look from the center field shot. Had good tailing action, but it's a good 6 inches off the outside corner. But Harris is looking out there.
He pulls it foul ball down toward the bullpen. One hop, and Nelson makes the play.
Little protection swing right there. There's the glove. All right, didn't need it. Got the good hands.
Ground ball right side. A couple of steps into the outfield, and Zobrist makes a nice pickup and throw to get Harris. 2 outs in the 6th. Get all the Florida sports information you need as it happens from Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Where? On Twitter. Follow us at twitter.com/Sunsports Fox FL. Josh Bard. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bard has singled and grounded out to second. Fouled away. 1-1.
Still throwing 94. Plenty of arm left.
112 pitches to this point. Equals his 3rd highest pitch count of the year to 116 pitches up at Fenway in early May, and followed that up with that 120 pitch performance against the Indians here at Tropicana Field when he won his 4th game. It's his last win to this point. 2 balls and a strike. Right now he's down 3-2. All 3 of those runs came in the 1st inning. 2-1 to Bard. Out front. 2-2.
The old equalizer right there. Changeup. Look at that pitch. 84. Good arm speed. Bottom falls out. If you're looking for 94, you get 84. The same arm speed as a fastball. Excellent pitch.
Trying to help Garza's cause here in the 6th. The breaking ball around the plate. And the count is 3-2. Two outs with the bases empty. And Bard holds up on a fastball. He started to go, and that's the 4th walk given up by Garza.
Yeah, he really tried to hump up and put Bard away with a fastball, and opened up, and the ball sailed up and away because he didn't stay close with his alignment going toward home plate, and that's going to cost him coming out of the game right now because of pitch count.
Well, it's been one of those nights when he's had to slug his way through, and he's gone after 5 2/3. Back in a moment. Luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Whitney Bank Club features upscale full menu buffets and inclusive drink options. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or go to RaysBaseball.com to plan your fun evening at Tropicana Field in the Whitney Bank Club. Joe Nelson, the new pitcher. Anderson Hernandez at the plate. And the pitch to the switch hitting infielder is a strike. Bard at first. 2 gone. 5 2/3 for Garza. And now Joe Nelson.
27 games for Nelson. Been there just about every other day.
2. Vulcan changeup.
He's got Hernandez shaking his head on that.
2 outs with a runner on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Wheeler is now up in the bullpen.
Be up for Zimmerman if his spot comes up.
2-2 the count. There's the Rays hoping that it doesn't get that far,
yeah.
But as you know, Kevin, a manager's got to plan ahead.
Yeah, you do, because you got Guzman on deck, a switch hitter, and you got Nick Johnson from the left side, and then you got the right-hander, and that's who Stan's going to have to get. And hopefully it's not in this inning with a lot of men on base.
And a pop-up right side. Zobrist at second base makes the catch to retire the side. A walk and a man left. Bottom of the 6th, coming 3-2 Washington.
And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
They're waiting for the return of Jason.
He will rise again, yep. Apparently.
The Rays think Jason Bartlett might be ready on the road trip, and that would be great news.
Nice. Leading the league in hitting still.
Bottom of the 6th finds Evan Longoria leading off against Craig Stammen. And there's a shot to center field. It slices right back to Willie Harris, though, who makes the catch. 1 away. Well, the Rays down by a run here. Beginning to feel a little bit more of a sense of urgency as they face this right-hander.
Yeah,
and he's in the mid-80s in pitch count, and that's about close to his limit
that's
so
where it
far
is,
this year.
Yeah, check that out. I mean, Okay, 85 to 95. That's about it. Somewhere in there. He hasn't even hit the 100 pitch mark this year, and this is his 5th start in the big leagues.
It's Carlos Pena. He fouls the fastball back. Had a healthy cut. Strike 1.
The other thing is, too, I mean, anytime you've never seen a pitcher, he is going to have the advantage. You got a couple of the guys on good changeups for strikeouts with men in scoring position, and that was effective. But the third time around, you've seen him now. You know what he's got.
1-1 the count.
Carlos was able to lay off the changeup there.
Ron Vallone, the lefty. Joel Hanrahan, the right-hander. Nationals have a couple left-handers in the bullpen. This one is fouled. Joe Beimel is the other one, along with Ron Vallone, and so they have Vallone and the right-hander Hanrahan up right now.
Well, Stammen has a sinker, and he's got the curve and the changeup. Now, he's been going to that changeup for the strikeout last couple of times when he's got the count.
There's a liner into right and a base hit. So Pena is aboard. A 1-out single in the 6th. The first hit for the Rays since Upton singled in the 3rd, and that led to a run.
Yeah, I think Carlos knew something off speed was coming. It wasn't the fastball again. And this time he goes with the curveball and leaves it up over the plate, and that's a nice at bat by Carlos Pena. But that's look at that. That's a curveball. He tried to backdoor it there, and Carlos was all over it. That's just good adjustment because Carlos has seen him now the 3rd time around the lineup.
Vin Zobrist in the batter's box, and a base hit shot through the right side. Down to second goes Pena. So he started Zobrist with a fastball down, and the Rays have 2 men on with 1 out. Pat Burrell is due. Jim Riggleman alongside the skipper. Manny Act is headed to the mound. So with 1 out, 2 men on, pitching change coming. We'll be back in a moment. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. 1-run ball game here. 3-2. The Rays with a couple men aboard. Runners first and second, 1 out. Joel Hanrahan, the new pitcher, to face Pat Burrell, just back off the DL today. Pat takes the first pitch, a fastball with plenty on it, wide. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think the good thing for Pat Burrell being in the National League East with the Phillies the last 9 years, he's seen Hanrahan. He's been with this ball club since 2007. So he knows what he's got as far as stuff.
And a high fly ball back into center field. Harris is there to make the catch. Pena tags. Now the throw back into second. Pena hesitated and now goes to third. He wasn't sure if that was going to be deep enough, but the throw came behind him, and that allowed him to advance.
Well, and that's actually a big play because it opens up a hole on the right side. Pat, pretty good swing on it. Just missed it, got underneath it. And Pena, I think, was just trying to draw a throw as he hesitates. Now he sees him throw behind him. Now he's got to go to third, and got a little break there. But what it does with Gabe Gross coming up, it makes him have to hold a runner on at first base, Ben Zobrist, and it creates a little bit of a hole for Gabe to try to shoot one through the right side, should he get a fastball in or a breaking ball.
Well, here is Gross 0 for 2 on the night. The pitch is a ball, an opening fastball.
Six and a half earned run average in 27 and third innings, but he does have 31 strikeouts with that power arm.
The foul back fastball, 1-1.
Gabe had a couple of big 2-out RBI singles last night against the Angels. The average is at 269 now. And he's pretty short to the ball. He's got a good setup, compact swing, so he can get to a 96 fastball.
Move to first. Zobrist is back in. Pena's at third. Zobrist at first. They came up with back-to-back base hits. They're on the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Rays trail by 1 run. Stammen, the starting pitcher, out of the game in favor of Hanrahan.
Those plays are coming from the bench. You see Josh Bard looking into Manny Acta. Those are calls from the bench. Hanrahan just wants to get on the mound, throw the ball to home plate. So that effort wasn't going to fool anybody, that last fake to third, the first play.
Pitch is down. 2-1. Yeah, pitchers will be aggravated by that because they feel that it really breaks their sense of rhythm.
You bet. That's right. As Manny Acta there on the left, number 14. That's what he's doing when you see him flashing signs, hitting his hat to his ear, to his chin. He's telling Josh Bard what to do as far as throwing over to first, pitch out, or quick step off.
2-1. Ground ball, first base, and it skips past Johnson. Pena scores. Zobrist goes to third. They're going to stop him there. The throw comes through. Into second goes Gross, and this game is tied. Now Pena scores the tying run. Gross winds up at second. Picking up
this is why
run batted in.
Dwayne, this is why Pena getting to third was important, because it makes Johnson see he's on the bag. Otherwise, he's back here playing defense. He's got that ball easily. That ball had some top spin and skips right over his glove as he tries to backhand it. Watch him get off the bag now. He's going to get in this area. And being left-handed, he has to try to backhand it instead of shuffling over to knock it down, which is what he should have done. And it skips over his glove down the line. Now, if he's back and runners are at first and second, he's got plenty of time to cross over and make that play easily, because he's a very good defensive first baseman. That's where base running again, the Rays putting the pressure on, becomes important.
Here's Deoner Navarro, shortens on the bat, takes the pitch up. 1-0. The Rays with Zobrist at third and Gross at second. Gross driving in the tying run.
I'd rather see Deoner hit a nice 2-run single here. He's squaring up on the fastball much better right now, and I think he just was kind of trying to draw Zimmerman in. He got the count in his favor.
strike. 1-1 count. The Rays, who fell behind 3-0 in the first, have managed to tie the game in the sixth. Navarro bounces one foul. He got a slider that time, 1-1.
Yeah, that's what DeHonest do. Until you get 2 strikes, that's where you just look for gas. That's his first breaking ball. He's been throwing all fastballs. He throws a breaking ball over, so be it. But don't chase it. Instead of 2-1, now you got 1-2.
Upstairs with a fastball. 2-2.
And the good hitters will sit on one pitch until they're behind the count. That's why Carlos Pena is able to hit 19 home runs. A lot of those he's looking for. That's not by accident.
And a little looper into left, but it's going to carry to Willingham to retire the side. But the Rays get the tying run home. They lead 2 through 6. It's a 3-3 ball game. Ball game tied 3-3 as we move into the 7th inning here. Joe Nelson got the final out in the 6th. He opens the 7th by facing Christian Guzman. Guzman opened the game with a base hit, scored the first run. He has walked, flied to center since then. All of that against Matt Garza. Pitch is a strike call. Guzman hitting .328. He's in the top 10 in the National League in hitting. Another strike, 0-2.
Some paint right there by Joe, keeping it down. A little bit of tailing action.
Fly ball, center field. Upton turns around. That ball continues to carry on him, but he makes the catch as he got to the track. One away.
Yeah, good read by BJ. You know, that was a tough ball. Those ones straight over your head are not easy, and the ball did have some carry to it. And he made it look easy again.
Here's Nick Johnson. Johnson has a base hit and a run scored in 3 at bats tonight. It's low, 1 ball, no strikes. Three 7-1 for Washington. 3-5-0 for the Rays. Ground ball third, scooped by Longoria, and a nice pickup. Throw to first. 2 gone here in the 7th. Joe Madden comes out with the right-handed bat of Ryan Zimmerman due. So Nelson, who got the last out in the 6th, gets the first 2 in the 7th inning, and the call goes to the bullpen. We'll be back in a moment.
About this from his knees, picks off John Figgins at third base of the Angels last night in the first inning. A big throw out at second base on the stolen base attempt that got him out of, could have been a huge inning for the Angels. And then tonight, he nails Anderson Hernandez, who never did reach the bag in time. That's the Home Depot doing more on defense. It's Deanna Navarro playing much better behind the plate and having a nice homestand.
So the Rays call upon Dan Wheeler, the third pitcher of the night, following Matt Garza and Joe Nelson. 2 outs with the bases empty, and Ryan Zimmerman, the young third baseman, steps in here. And the first pitch is a strike down around the knees. Zimmerman hit one to the warning track in center field in the 5th inning of Garza. Singled in the 3rd on a slider, base hit to center. He's the cornerstone of this Washington franchise. He's off the pitch, running away. 1-1.
And once again, it's a mixed match bullpen for Joe Madden. It's all about matchups. So as we said, Joe Nelson was in there to get the left-handers out because of his effectiveness with the changeup, and Dan has a tough job getting their best overall player right here in Zimmerman.
There's a strike. Takes a fastball. 1-2.
Yeah, Zimmerman signed a 5-year extension at the beginning of the season for $45 million. 24-year-old third baseman.
Out of Virginia, he was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year balloting in 06. Fastball down. It's 2-2. Wheeler last worked on Wednesday, 2/3 of an inning in the game against the Angels. The Rays won that game 9-5. Now it's 2-2 on Zimmerman. And a ground ball to third. Longoria has it. The throw to first in time to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 seventh inning stretch time with the Rays and the Nationals tied at 3. Free Florida wants you to be tobacco free. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com for more information. By Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And by Aflac, we've got you under our wing. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's a 3-3 ball game. Brignac lead off here in the bottom of the inning. Into B.J. Upton and Carl Crawford. Pitch is foul right back into the screen for a strike. Joel Hanrahan, hard-throwing right-hander, on in relief of Craig Stammen. Brignac fouls it right back. He's down on the count. Rays scored in the 6th inning to tie it. Gabe Gross driving home the tying run. There's a base hit to the opposite side. Brignac. I'll tell you, he's looked different the last couple nights, too, after spending that time with Joe Madden. That's progress for the young shortstop.
And that's the kind of drills that Joe Madden works on. Breeds a guy should be going in there. This is a fastball up. And look at that. Look at him get on top of that pitch right there to get through it rather than swing it underneath it with the uppercut swing. That's what Joe was talking about.
That's going to serve him well.
Absolutely. And he gets a fastball up and away and shoots it into left field.
So with Brignac at first, here's B.J. Upton. The pitch is foul. 1 strike the count.
Seen everything hard from Hanrahan. A couple of sliders, but mostly 4-seam power fastballs.
This one is down. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Another slider. BJ spits on it, as you should. You look for 1 pitch until you get to 2 strikes. Look a pitch you can drive in the gap.
Runner backhand at first. Two balls and a strike. He missed with the slider.
That backed up, and Joe West almost called it, but he read it pretty well. He's done a nice job actually behind the plate. But you know, that's a backup slider. You're trying to throw it down and away. He got on top of it. Look at it's over the inside corner. And Joe had a good look at it. Bard shows it to him, but it was definitely inside.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch right. That's gas on the outside corner.
Ron Vallone, the lefty, down in the bullpen. There goes the runner. The pitch is down, and there's no throw. A stolen base for Brignac.
That's a great running count right there, 2-2, because the pitcher wants to make it happen. He doesn't want to go to 3-2, where it forces a running count. So Joe Madden said, well, he's going to get a strike. BJ puts it in play great, and instead he bounces it, and that helps Brignac get the stolen base.
First big league steal for Brignac. The 5th of the game for the Rays. And a wave and a miss by BJ. He missed the 3-2 slider. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. Manny Acta's headed to the mound. He wants the left-hander in to face Carl Crawford. So we'll be back with the new pitcher in this tie game. Kevin Kennedy, Dwayne Stats with you here in this tie game. Bottom of the 7th. Hey, we still haven't seen Todd Callis lately, by the way.
And I told you that was his last hit of the night when he was with those that good-looking crowd he was with.
Well, let's see what Carl Crawford can do against the lefty Vallone. Carl, lifetime is 2 for 12 against him. Brignac's at second, and the pitch is a strike out there on the corner. The Washington bullpen has been better recently as well, along with their starting pitching. The combination of that has been a problem all year for them, but the last week or so, things have been a little better. Crawford trying to solve the left-hander Vallone. Turn, nothing doing with Brignac.
Yeah, we just saw the worst bullpen in baseball as far as overall earned run average. That was the Angels. They were 30th. And the Nationals are 29th of the 30 teams as far as bullpen ERA at 5.44. But Malone's done an outstanding job in 20 games. 0.53 earned run average. The opponent's hitting $1.50. That's it.
Pitch away. 1-1. Rays tied it in the 6th. Brignac at second, one out in the 7th.
Carl's hung in there very well against lefties, hitting .322 because he's going the other way.
Upstairs, 2-1. You know, that's hand in hand with all the 2-out hits he's picked up this year.
Right.
He's really fought a lot of good pitches, stayed alive with 2 strikes.
And the more that Brignac gets off, the more that their shortstop, Guzman, has to pinch him, and that creates a bigger hole for Carl Crawford to go through if Malone throws a slider right here. Because they're playing him to pull on the right side of the infield.
2-1. And he fouls that one. Got just a little piece of that fastball right back into the mitt of Bard. And the count is 2-2.
I mean, you got to pitch to your defense, and Malone came inside there. That's a ball that Carl could pull. But if he tries to get him out with the slider, there's a nice hole over there on the left side between Zimmerman and Christian Guzman. And Carl can hit that hole, and has frequently.
And a ground ball right side, picked up by Hernandez. The toss to first, and over to third goes Brignac. Crawford hit it on the ground. Evan Longoria is going to be the hitter. Washington has the right-hander Colomé in the bullpen. The Rays have Pena on deck. So Malone, the veteran lefty, out here to be very, very careful to Longoria, to the point of just walking him intentionally now. With the left-handed bat of Pena due, and that first pitch wide was not all that wide. Ward had to come back to his left for it. So an intentional walk coming here.
That's Jim Riggleman right there, number 5 to Manny Acta's right. He's had managerial experience with the Padres in San Diego and the Chicago Cubs. He's his bench coach, so he's giving him a lot of advice. I've been watching him down there. He's talking to Manny constantly. Manny Acta's a young man. This is his first stint managing the last 2 years as the Nationals. And Manny Acta's on the last year of his contract. Which is never a nice feeling, especially when you got a team with the worst record in baseball.
So now it's first and third, 2 outs, and Carlos Pena to bat against Malone. You know, Carlos is 2 for 6 with a home run off Malone.
I didn't think that was all that bad. I mean, you love to have Evans swing against a lefty or anybody, but I mean, it's pick your poison. Carlos is a big-time RBI man. What I like about Carlos in these situations, he'll sit on one pitch and zone you out, and he's looking for one zone right here. There's a career numbers, 6 at-bats and a home run against him, and a couple of hits. Well, that talk on the mound there was how they want to set the defense. And of course, Zimmerman has to stay close to Brignac, because if he gets too far, especially with a lefty on the mound, not that you would still home with Brignac, but you could almost walk home. Well, that creates a big hole on the left side of the infield. But Pena's going to try to get one in the air here and knock it out of the ballpark, I guarantee it.
Malone ready, and the pitch. Pena waves and misses. Strike 1. Slider from Malone.
He was looking for it, though. See, he was looking for that pitch. It was just good execution by Malone. There's nothing wrong with that swing. Carlos was not fooled. He wasn't looking fastball. He was looking slider. That's why you walk the right-handed hitter, because Malone has the good slider. Pena was sitting on it.
And Pena tried to check, but that's a strike. 0-2.
Yeah, he got, now that one he got fooled on. He thought, well, maybe they'll sneak a fastball by me, so he did go. The first one he was ready for, that one he got caught in between. Now Valone can go up and in, or he can right back and see if Carlos will expand his own zone and try to drop one in the dirt down and away. He's got good tilt on that slider. It's a tough pitch.
The 0-2 wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he tried to expand the zone there, see if Carlos would chase, and Carlos didn't bite on that one. Ron Valone will sneak one in. He'll try to throw that 88 fastball up and in under your hands, and he's got pretty good accuracy with it.
Valone has been so good for them, giving up just 1 run.
Now they're going all the way with the slider. Another slider.
It's away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pena got down 0-2, and then Valone with that slider, making sure they were away. So it's 2-2.
Fastball away.
Pena gets time from the plate umpire Joe West.
See if they change the sign. I'm not sure Valone, because he threw 4 sliders away, and Carlos's eyesight is out there. Now if you throw a fastball away, that's a pitch Carlos can get to. He's still going fastball away. Carlos can get to this if it's a strike.
2-2, and that's wide. He missed wide with the fastball.
Yeah, I don't think Ron Valone was convicted to throw Carlos a straight fastball on the outside corner when he's already thrown 4 pitches out there. So he didn't change the eyesight at all.
So now the count is full.
And you got to bet 3-2 he goes slider. There's the call, 3. That's a slider. That changed it. See, Valone didn't want to throw a slider. This time he wants to throw a fastball.
3-2, and he strikes out Pena with the fastball to retire the side. So the Rays lead 2 through 7. We're tied 3-3. The Stay in the Game hold of the day brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. See the Rays bullpen on this home stand through 14 innings of work. They've been very good, just as middle relievers keep their teams in the game. You too can stay in the game with Just for Men Hair Color. J.P. Howell loosening in the bullpen for the Rays. Stan Wheeler prepares to open the 8th inning. Wheeler got Ryan Zimmerman to end the 7th, and now he'll face the left-handed hitting designated hitter Adam Dunn. Dunn's been on 3 times and waves and misses. Strike 1.
Thanks, main attendance 18,273.
He started him with that split.
That's an effective pitch against the lefties. That's a great pitch right there. Adam Dunn was looking to do one thing. Looking fastball to hit out of the ballpark.
Same pitch down, and it's 1-1. Dunn singled in a run in the first, scored a run. He walked in the 3rd and walked in the 5th. Big time power in Adam Dunn. The pitch is down. 2-1. There's only been one guy over the last 6 years hit more home runs in the big leagues than Dunn. That's Albert Pujols.
Yeah, and he was on the market a long time this offseason, of course, with the tough economy. Going to pay Adam Dunn what maybe he thought he would get, so the Nationals end up signing him.
Dunn missed the split to start. Now he has laid off a couple of those and a low fastball to take the count to 3-1. He hits it on the ground. That's a fair ball. Just over the bag, down beyond the bullpen. Now Dunn was headed to second. Gross might have had a play for a moment and just could not come up with it on the rebound. And Dunn has a 2-base hit.
Take a look. This pitch is down. It came in a little bit. Dunn got in front of it. And Carlos Pena does not play the line. The Rays don't do that. They just play conventional defense based on percentages. And this is one that got away from him. Skips over the bag at first base.
So Dunn has his 8th double. Here's Elijah Dukes. Dukes drove in 2 runs with a double in the first. So trouble in the 8th. The pitch is a strike to Dukes. Dukes has doubled, struck out, and grounded into a double play. Ball, 1 strike. Slider, and Dukes lays off. Joe Beimel now in the bullpen for Washington down the left field line. J.P. Howell loosening for the Rays up the right side. Wave and a miss. 1-2.
That wasn't a swing to try to get anybody over to third base. That was a swing to try to drive the run in. Going to pull the ball there on a tight slider right there.
The 1-2 was stopped there by Navarro. That slider just kept moving away and away.
Yeah, he shifted out to his right. He's doing a much better job this week of blocking balls with better technique. Shifts out. Still a left leg down, but he does get the right one down. Also was able to pick it. Still like to get the right knee down first because you got a better chance of scoring it back to center.
2-2. Just missed down. And a full count to Dukes. Take a look at this.
Yeah, Joe West has been pretty consistent. I'd like to think that thing crossed the plate at the knees, not where Navarro caught it, but Joe West says no, it's down.
So the 3-2 pitch. Here it is to Dukes. And a high fly ball back into deep left. Crawford back on the track for this one. He'll make the catch. Now Dunn will go to third. Dunn tags and moves up on the long fly ball to left. One out with a man at third base.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Adam Dunn. He read that Carl Crawford had a beat on it. So he says, hey, if it's off the wall, so be it. I'm going to tag up and take a chance. He's going to catch it and get to third base. That's good base running right there with nobody out. See, he reads it. He's watching Carl. He says, "Oh, his eyes show me that he thinks he's got it, so I'm going to go back and tag up." That's a great base running move by Adam Dunn.
Now they'll pinch run for Dunn. Alberto Gonzalez will run at third base with one out. So they add speed. Josh Willingham is the hitter, and the Rays bring the infield in. And the pitch up and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
And the reason you pinch run now is because obviously a sac fly. He's got more speed than Adam Dunn, and he has a chance to tag on a routine sac fly and score much easier than Adam Dunn. With one out. Nobody out. Adam Dunn at second. It's a different story. You keep him in the game because ground ball, he gets over to third, whatever. Fly ball like you did. But now you got a chance for
a ground ball to third, foul.
You got a chance to go on contact. Although the infield's in. They don't run the bases much, the Nationals. So we'll see if Maniac puts the contact play on, which means as soon as Willingham makes contact, your job as a runner at third base is to break for home, make the defense make a play.
Third base, one out. The 1-1. A little bit up. 2 balls and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch. I mean, that hit the letters. I mean, that hit number 16. Joe West says no. It's up in his zone.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. So that squares it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that'll change your eyesight when you're looking for a slider down. You get a fastball up above your hands. Something you think you can catch. He looks so good as a hitter, you chase it.
Now the 2-2. And a little pop fly. Short left. Crawford coming in to make the catch. The tag, and the runner's going to hold as Crawford throws a strike to the plate. So Gonzalez remains at third as Willingham pops to short left.
And had Gonzalez gone, he'd have been thrown out. And Carl Crawford, we already seen him in this series against the Angels throw a man. Now that's a slider that Willingham got off the end of the bat. And Carl not taking any chances and waiting for the runner to go. He just comes up and throws a strike to Navarro. And he'd have thrown Gonzalez out by 20 feet had he gone.
So the center fielder Willie Harris is due up. The Rays are going to make a pitching change here. So we'll go to the bullpen one more time.
30 games, 37 strikeouts in those 30 innings, 2.10 earned run average. And Nabi has to really concentrate on blocking balls here.
The pitch, that's a strike around the knees. 3 ground balls for Harris tonight.
Corners are up just in case of a bunt. Harris 111 versus lefties, but Howell's got the good curve and a good change, and he likes to bounce that, so Navarro's got to be cognizant of that.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's Gonzalez, pinch running for Dunn. And, ooh, that pitch looked pretty good. Breaking ball. Now it's 2-1.
Yeah, it sure did. Joe's not calling the highest part of the zone. He's locked in on it. You can see where Joe West is right there. He's in the slot. He sees it. He just that's the old National League style. Joe is a National League umpire, and he's still got his own zone from the National League. It's not by the book rule.
2-1. There's a strike picking up the corner.
National League historically were low ball league. More the chest protectors on the inside. With the American League in the old days, were the chest protectors outside, and the umpire's head was right above that, so they would see the high ball, not the low ball as much.
2-2 count. A foul ball. Harris just a piece to stay alive. Braves trying to pitch around the leadoff double by Adam Dunn. He moved to third on a fly ball, and then they pinch ran Gonzalez. He's there with 2 outs. And a 2-2 count to Willie Harris.
Yeah, if JP gets out a little lower, he can just bounce it a touch, and he can get Harris on a strikeout. But Navarro's got to make sure he gets down and blocks it.
JP's 2-2. And he missed. Not by much. He's been all around that strike zone, and the count is full.
Take a look from the center field shot. It was outside. Navarro trying to freeze it there for a good look for Joe West, but it was outside and down.
3-2. And the pitch. He got him. Or did he? Oh, that's ball 4. And boy, that was close. Wow. I don't know how he took that 3-2 pitch.
Well, he was fooled. That's how he took it. He got fooled by it and said, hey, I hope I'm going to call it for you, Joe.
That was maybe a little high.
Yeah. A similar pitch to the one before. The one before is a little bit better. Joe he doesn't call it up in the zone.
So runners now first and third. Josh Bard will be the hitter. Hitting from the right side. He has a single and a walk, 1 for 2 officially. Fouls the pitch back and out of play. That's a strike.
One of the advantages of having JP in this situation, he gets righties out as well as lefties because he's got the great changeup and the curve. And he'll throw his fastball in. It's not a blazer. It's 86 to 88, but he's not afraid to power it inside and set up his off-speed stuff away.
And a fly ball center field. Upton right there for it. He's got it, and the Rays get out of that spot. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied 3-3. leaving 2 men. Our checkers double. 2 great pitches here from the Rays bullpen. This slider by Wheeler to Willingham.
Got him way out in front and off the end of the bat for the pop out to Carl Crawford. That saves a run. And then look at the guts. He just goes inside. It's 84 miles an hour. And Bard still couldn't quite catch up with it. He pops out to center fielder B.J. Upton. I mean, that's what I love about how he's just got big guts. He's going inside. He's going inside with what he's got so he can set up his off-speed stuff away.
So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Ben Zobrist to lead off against Ron Vallone. And the pitch is up and away. Ben has walked and singled. He has a run scored and a stolen base. Officially 1 for 2 tonight. Putting .318 for the year now. He lays off that pitch wide. 2-0. Fouled it back. Got a fastball there.
Yeah, he waited well. 86 miles an hour with the fastball. Ben waited on it well and fouled it straight back, so he was all over it. Asking Joe West if that was a strike, and Joe says yes.
The 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. In front of a change.
Yeah, nice pitch away, 2-1 count. He saw that fastball going straight back. He said, I'm not throwing him that again. I read the scouting reports.
Here's the 2-2. Foul ball out of play.
If you're left-handed and you could throw strikes like Ron Vallone, you're going to be around a long time. And he has. Joe Beimel down there also. He's the same way. He did a great job for the Dodgers the last couple of years. They had 2 pretty good veteran lefties.
2 and a foul ball straight back and into the upper deck just above us.
I wonder if they brought their glove up there. I hope they did.
I hope so.
In the air vent?
Yeah, there you go.
In the air vent.
Boy, that one just missed. Started wide, slider.
You know, a lot of umpires would have called that, though. Joe West, I got to give him credit. He's being consistent. It is what it is. He's not going to call the high pitch, but he's also not opening up the zone just because Vallone made a good pitch. It was outside and around the plate, and he didn't call it.
3-2 is popped up. Foul ball. Bard after it, and he makes the catch. And Zobrist fouls out for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. And the long search for Todd Callis bears fruit. We have found Todd Callis. Todd?
Hey, Dwayne.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you again. Sunday, we've got a lot going on. After the game, Inside the Rays, Pat Burrell, first look at this new show, which is, I think, the 5th in our series of Inside the Rays. And we're also going to have a Twitter contest for everybody out there who's following us on Sun Sports and Fox FL, where you can win 2 tickets to that night's Rays on the Runway fashion show at Nordstrom's at International Plaza. Big day Sunday, guys. Back to you.
Well, here is Pat Burrell taking a big cut and fouling one back, strike one. You don't want to miss that episode highlighting Pat Burrell. He's just back.
That was a good swing right there by Pat. He was all over that fastball by Vallone.
You know, he's 1 out of 5 against him. That hit a home run, and he's also drawn 4 walks off him. So he's had some pretty interesting at-bats against him. Right now, he's down 0-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch by Vallone. Boy, he has been consistent, Ron Vallone. He's had a great year. Microscopic earned run average. He's painting it up, changing speeds pretty well.
They've allowed just 1 run all year.
Amazing.
And a foul ball, just a piece of it, and he stays alive.
He's got a real efficient delivery too. Really economical delivery, so he's able to repeat his delivery.
One ball, 2 strikes.
He just keeps that glove right at the chest, so there's no moving parts with his hands. All he's concerned about is the turn, and getting that back leg on the rubber correctly, and then driving toward home plate. Not too many moving parts with that delivery.
There's a fly ball. Hit deep back into center, but it's not going to be deep enough. Just near the track, Harris, a step from the warning track, makes the catch. So Pat Burrell sent it deep to center field. 2 gone.
Yeah, Pat's done that twice now to dead center field. It looked like both times he had a shot at getting one out. I think he got that one just a touch off the end of the bat. You see him hustling out of the batter's box, so you know he didn't get it. He thought maybe he'd be over his head, though, for a double.
Gabe Kapler will pinch hit for Gabe Gross. The pitch is high. 2 outs here in the 8th. Rays managed to tie this game with a run in the 6th. It was driven home by Gabe Gross, who doubled home Carlos Pena. One and one. Rays have been out hit 8-6. They're tied 3-3. And a popper right side foul. Johnson's after it and overruns it. Well, the Rays will get a break. Johnson overruns the pop foul.
Yeah, you know, Zimmerman on the third base side overran one earlier. I think these guys are having some trouble with the roof. Picking the ball. Nick Johnson's a very good first baseman normally.
Well, that's his 6th error of the year. 2nd error of the night charged to Washington. There's a high fly ball back into left field. Willingham back to the track. That ball is gone. Gabe Kapler on the very next pitch hits one out, and the Rays take a 4-3 lead. The at-bat prolonged by the error, and on the very next pitch, Kapler just got it over the wall and left, and the Rays lead 4-3.
That's just all hands right there by Gabe. Look at those hands. That's a very short swing. That's how strong Gabe Kapler is. But he just squared it up.
Gabe Kapler has just hit a pinch hit home run, his 2nd home run of the year, and the Rays take a 4-3 lead.
That's a good sign for Gabe, because he had a home run against Andy Pettit the other day in New York, which tied the game at the time, and now pinch hitting doing that's a couple now for him. That's good news, because that's what the Rays got him for. Hit those lefties.
Leonard Navarro, the hitter, he misses that with that home run hit by Gabe Kapler. Another $13,000 raised in support of prostate cancer research. To make a donation, call 800-798-CURE or go online to pcf.org. DeHonor fouls it back. So the Rays come up with a run on the home run, the 81st home run hit by the Rays this year, and that streak of home runs hit here at Tropicana Field continues. DeHonor keeps the bat alive.
That was just a contact half swing by Gabe Kapler.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's how strong he is. Wow. And we talked about the Nationals' defensive problems, last in baseball in fielding, dead last.
Their second error of the night has cost them. Pitch wide. Only the second run given up by Valone. Nick Johnson overran the pop foul. The 2-2. There's a shot headed toward the corner. That ball is fair and will one hop below fence. A two-base hit for Navarro. Deanna Navarro, who had a good night at the plate last night, doubles, picking up his second hit of the game tonight.
Yeah, there's a good sign right there. That's a nice use of the back leg getting through that ball. That's how you get through a low pitch right there and hit it with backspin. Nice piece of hitting right there by Deanna.
Well, that's going to be it for Ron Valone. The Rays, a couple hits and a run so far off him. We'll be back with the new pitcher in a moment. Lead now. Joe Beimel takes over, facing Reed Brignac. The pitch is a strike. Navarro, the runner, at second. Reed's been on twice with a walk and a single. He's been swinging the bat better the last couple nights.
Yeah, and he's going to have to go the other way with Beimel too. Get that fastball slider.
Oh, 2.
And that's Joe's philosophy. He's been with the Dodgers the last 3 years, and the last 2 he had really, really strong years. And even when Bonds was playing, I said, "What's your philosophy on Barry Bonds?" He goes, "Throw strike one. I don't have any fear of anybody." So that's Joe Beimel. That was a good sign by the Nationals. I'm surprised he was out there so long.
Pitch is down. A ball, 2 strikes.
Joe Beimel, when you do have a man at first, he can hold the running game down. He's excellent with that pickoff at first base. Not that situation now, obviously.
Brignac behind in the count. Takes it high. Fastball, and it's a 2-2 count right now. Well, the Rays had 2 outs and a 1-2 count on the pinch hitter Kapler, who popped up the foul ball, and Johnson overran it, gave him another chance. And on the very next pitch, Kapler hit it out. Navarro is followed with a double. And it's a 2-2 count to Brignac. Bounces one foul. Brignac not only picked up a hit in the 7th, but picked up his first major league stolen base in that inning.
stayed alive on that slow breaking ball. That's the one he's got to stay back on and shoot it to left center. Easier said than done. But that's got to be the thought process.
2-2. Low. Takes it all the way out.
You'd like to get BJ up there because nobody's up in the bullpen now for the Nationals. BJ can face the left-handed pitcher here.
Full count to Brignac. Weimel, the fourth Washington pitcher of the night. And there is strike three call. Brignac caught looking. The Rays are finished in the eighth, but they take the lead on the pinch hit home run by Gabe Kapler. It's 4-3 Tampa Bay. The pop foul overrun by Nick Johnson. He drops it. Gabe Kapler dropped the bat head on that pitch from Valone to give the Rays the lead. Now there's a circle for everyone. Call 5, 10, or 23 numbers on any network with My Circle exclusively from Alltown. We go to the ninth with J.P. Howell out there on the hill. Anderson Hernandez leading off. 1 ball, no strikes. JP faced 2 hitters in the eighth. He walked Harris and got barred on the fly ball to center. And now there's ball 2 to Hernandez. Jason Isringhausen is throwing in the Rays bullpen.
Yeah, real key out right here, getting the number 9 guy, because Guzman comes in hitting 327 on deck.
That's a strike. And it's 2-1. Hernandez, Guzman, and then Johnson due up. Ground ball chopped to short. Brignac's got it, and the throw to first in time. They get the all-important leadoff man here in the ninth.
And that's why Joe Madden didn't pinch hit Joe Dillon against the lefty. He got the 1-run lead. He wanted to keep his best defense out there. That's a nice play. And a strike thrown over there first by Reed Brignac. Played a good shortstop. Pinch hitting for Jason Bartlett. Look forward to seeing Jason get back, though, hopefully in Colorado on Tuesday. But Reed's done a nice job defensively.
There's Christian Guzman. Takes one inside, 1-0. Johnson, the on-deck hitter. Wave and a miss. The Marlins have done the Rays a favor. They've beaten Toronto. So the Rays can hang on to this one-run lead here in the ninth. They can pick up some ground there.
It's a nice equalizer right there, Dwayne. That was a 1-0 changeup. Got a good hitter to wave at.
Ground ball third. Picked up by Longoria. Throw to first. 2 up and 2 down. So 2 ground balls here in the ninth.
You got your best defense out there in the infield, the way it's set up. And you just saw 2 good plays, Brainiac and Longoria, to pick that and stay calm and make a nice play over there to Pena. That was an excellent play by Evan Longoria. That was a bullet right at him.
So here's Nick Johnson. Johnson 1 for 4. And the pitch is away. No ball, no strikes. The Yankees have come back on the Mets with 2 in the bottom of the ninth to win that one. There's a strike. Red Sox have scored 2 in the top of the 13th at Philadelphia to take a 4-2 lead. Wave and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See, that 84 fastball sets that breaking ball up. I mean, that's what you've got to do. You got to go in. No matter how hard, you got to go in to set your off-speed stuff up.
And a foul ball. They got just a piece of it to stay alive. Each team with 8 hits. The Rays have stranded 8. The Nationals have stranded 8. Johnson waiting. Howell delivers. Very close. Very close, and that count is 2-2.
I mentioned that Joe West will not give you any favors. This ball was outside. Navarro does a nice job of freezing it, but it was away.
Yeah, Joe's been very consistent back
Joe.
there.
No, I've said that in the first inning. That's Joe.
2-2. Ground ball shortstop. Brainiac's got it. Throw to first. Rays win. Rays are winners. 3 ground balls in the ninth inning by J.P. Howell, and the Rays, who fell behind 3-0 in the first, come back to win it 4-3. They won it on the home run by Kapler, a